eating there? Did you finally leave? You nasty. He's not a gremlin this morning, guys. He's a little lovable gizmo today. He's not a gremlin. He's not striped today. He's gizmo. What do you have in there? A piece of... Yeah, you're nasty. You're nasty. Good morning, my beautiful people of YouTube. Today is no other than June 3rd. I had my check-ins this morning and I am going to talk to you guys more in detail about all of that. You guys just saw a little glimpse of my check-ins and oh my God, it has been quite the roller coaster. Hello, mister. We have Skittles here. He is accompanying me to, put my shoes on. It is 10:30. It is 10:30 and let's see, I am running a little bit late today with everything that I do. I've been incorporating more of a total body workout this week and this is what I'm gonna be doing from now on. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with that. And I'll show you guys a bit of some of the clips from my workout just so you guys can see what I do and how my intensity has gone up. So yeah, food has changed, intensity of the training and the cardio have changed, and I am currently 6 weeks out from my show. One, I'm very, very happy that things are finally freaking moving. It was 2 weeks of just a stall and a plateau, and oh my God, it really gets into your head and you just kind of want to quit. You're just like, what am I doing everything for? But you know, honestly, like if you just keep pushing, it'll eventually come down, and it did. So I'll talk more in detail about all of that later. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead, get some water in my system, and let's get this cardio started. So I typically, whenever I do my HIIT, this one's gonna be a good, like maybe 30 minutes or so. Sometimes I do a little extra depending on how I'm feeling or if I'm trying to reach like a certain calorie goal. So my goal is every time to hit, obviously 200 calories. I always, well, the last 2 days I've been starting off with a half-mile run. And then that typically takes me like between like 4 to 5 minutes depending. It is a pretty slow mile, but half a mile, I can typically do it faster, but it's like one of those things that I just kind of like wake up and it's like the first thing that I do. So it takes me a little bit, it's more to like warm up. Then from there, I actually restart my watch and start with my, my actual training. And then what I do is kind of look around the gym, and depending on the day that it is, so if I'm doing like upper body or lower body, okay, so pretty much my split on training is upper body, lower body, upper body, lower body, upper body, lower body. It's literally like that. So if I'm doing upper body, I'll do more of an emphasis on my lower body for my HIIT. But if I'm doing more of a lower body, which is today, I'm gonna emphasize more on my upper body and my shoulders. I am trying my best not to incorporate my arms, doing things like push-ups or anything that will include my, you know, my biceps and my triceps. Obviously, it's very hard to do that, especially if, you know, like it's more of a upper body style training. And if I'm trying to avoid like more of the lower body, unfortunately. So today we're gonna make it pretty fun. And obviously whenever I do, even when I do the, so I'm gonna do around like 10 exercises or so, and then I'll repeat. The last one that I always do is like a jog at the end of my run. So it'll be like I think it's like a quarter mile, maybe a little less of like a run. So it's more to like the stop sign and back. It's more like a little sprint. So run to stop sign would be the last one. And then from there, I just kind of like add in the rest of the stuff. So I know that I want to do some ladder races in there. I definitely need to add in some jumps. So I'm going to do some hip thrust jumps. Hip thrust jumps. And that's like my single leg ones. And then I want to do as well, one of the other things that I want to incorporate is doing some lunges in there too. So I'm going to add that in there. And then I always do 2 ab exercises, and it's more to like give me like more of a rest in between. It's like an active rest. So We're gonna do some abs. Let's do some crunches. Ooh, but that's lower body. Oh my God. Okay, so I might do it one tomorrow. I can't overdo it because then like for my leg day, I'm gonna be so tired. So I wanna do some back as well. So we're gonna do some lat pull downs and then some plank raises. And then, so that's 1, 2, 3. So the 9th. And I'll pretty much rearrange it again in a minute. But I'll probably do some V-ups here for my abs. And then I need 2 more exercises, and I'll probably start off with some single arm, what is that called? These things, single arm presses. I'm not supposed to do too many presses, but don't tell Joe. Shh. And then we're gonna be doing, we need something else that's leg related. So I'm gonna go ahead and do some squat jumps. I like to incorporate a good amount of jumps into my routine because it does help me shape up my legs as well. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and put in like the rep count. I'm probably gonna just do like 20 reps of everything today. And that's it, that's how I create my training. And it's, what is it called? It's one of those things that like if I don't write it down and I just kind of start moving around, I don't get as of a benefit because I have to kind of sit down and think, oh, did I do this? Did I do not? Like, so yeah. So let's get this workout started. Just got done with my HIIT. You're like, oh, Stephanie, did you actually work out? You're not even sweating. Yes, I don't sweat, I'm sorry. I try my best. It just doesn't happen, and it's a little breezy today, so definitely not going to happen. So it is noon, really late start to my day, honestly. I'm gonna go ahead and have my first meal, maybe my second. Today it is a high carb day, so I'll show you guys a couple of my meals that I'm eating. My diet has been cleaned up a lot, and I'll talk more about that later. And yeah, so I think it all depends on Joey. It's funny because like after like HIIT, I'm never hungry. Like I'm always like, okay, good, I can go on for another 8 hours and I eat. But then I'll eat and then I'm like, oh, I'm hungry now. So yeah, so that's the first part of my cardio. That was 40 minutes. And then now I'm gonna go ahead, eat, and then do my training. So see you guys soon. So Joey did not want to work out like right away, so I went ahead and actually haven't eaten yet, and it's 12:30. I started pretty much cooking the vegetables for today. So what I've been doing recently has been that I pretty much prepare all of my meals ahead of time. Like in the past, what I would do is like I would kind of pick and choose as I'd go for my day. But instead, what I'm doing now is I'm pretty much separating everything out already. So like that, you know, even if I'm like having like a little bit of cravings or anything like that, I'm not gonna be tempted to put on more. So, and that helps out a ton when it comes to like dieting, because, you know, every little, especially when it comes to like competition prep, every little calorie that you intake or anything extra that you intake is extra calories that you're intaking. So we need to be as strict as possible, and we need to make sure, like, you know, like the amount of, for example, like I weigh out my oatmeal, and I need to make sure that's 60 grams, like weighted, not 62, not 63, not 55, 60. So, you know, like, right now I'm not hungry, so it's the perfect time. So I already created my oatmeals for 2 meals. I have the vegetables going at the moment, and then I created my eggs. So this vegetable medley is mushrooms and like peppers and some spinach, and we got the broccoli. So that's what it is. And then I'm about to go ahead and put in some rice to cook. So, and this is the oatmeal that I use. Boom. I think that's actually Quakers, and I just pour it in there because it's a big bag. But boom. So Joe is finally ready to eat. And for me, I'm gonna have some sweet potatoes with some chicken and some veggies. And we got the oatmeal. So far I've only had like some eggs. And then this is what Joe's having. What do you have to say for yourself, Joseph? With your fried chicken.
They were the last ones in the freezer. They've been there for a while. And I don't want them to go bad.
You know they weren't gonna go bad.
They've been in there for a few months.
Excuses.
In all seriousness, I forego my cheat meal yesterday of Froyo, and I just came home and had my regular food. So I think I deserved a little fried chicken.
So much, what is the word I'm looking for? Emotions going on right now. But anyway, I mean, we don't know. We might get a cheat meal today, which I don't want actually, because I worked so hard to bring this damn weight down, and it's finally down. But now I'm just gonna eat my chicken and my sweet potatoes. It is 2:45 and I've literally been waiting for Joe just to get started. We're supposed to get started at 2, but obviously he's gonna take forever. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some dust for my pre-workout. I typically take it with Hype, but I ran out and I don't get it till Friday. I don't get my next shipment until Friday. So this will do for now. And I'll go ahead and let's see. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and he's still in the bathroom as always. And I'm just gonna go ahead and get started on the lift. And then if he wants to join, he can join. If not, then not. Whatever. But okay, legs today. Today we're gonna focus on some hamstring. What did I do last time? I swear, I do like this, not the same thing every time, but it's like, I'm supposed to like be splitting it between like quads and hamstrings, but yeah, I think last time I did like a total situation with a lot of glutes, so it's probably gonna be the same. I was supposed to go work out with Gina today, but she had a hair appointment, so no Gina today. Maybe on Friday. Okay, so let's get started. Let's go ahead. I'm probably gonna start with some quad extensions. Just superset those. Tempting. Okay, see you guys in a bit. And in case you're wondering, this is my secret stash of my different flavors of gum. I have so many to choose from. I am a gumaholic, as you guys can see, and a chicken-aholic. I love my chickens. I love you. So Joe finally decided to meet up with me for this workout. He was 40 minutes late. So we started off with some hip thrusters, and before this I did some kickbacks, some quad extensions, some glute squats. I did something else too, some pull crews. So, but it's okay. I'm gonna push through.
Come on, 3, 2, 1, go. Look at that desire. Come on, 5 more. You said 5 more, not 0 more. You did 25. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We're moving on to hamstrings. One of the things that sucks about this machine in particular is that like the weight just becomes dead at the top, like you guys can see there. So I'm thinking maybe we can pass by Home Depot later and get some, I'm pretty sure they have some kind of rubber, like strong rubber bands. And then we also have to paint the walls as well, because they're looking ratchet. So just finished the workout. I don't know if Joe's finished or not. He's stretching. I did an hour and a half, and that was 300 calories. Definitely the most I've done in a while. And I'm gonna go ahead and stretch. I'm in pain, and I'm gonna foam roll and do some, what's it called? Active release with the lacrosse ball. I have a Theragun, so I'll be using that later tonight, but I'm gonna do this now and then eat, take some rest, do some work, and then I have my walk later, so. All right, guys, where do we even get started with this check-in? It has been a crazy, crazy year overall. I mean, we've been quarantined for 76 days. Woo! So no gyms in 76 days. Obviously, as you guys seen, I have built my own gym, so you know I've been able to do some progress. My physique has changed a good amount, I would say. So basically, everything has been based on the shows. The shows kept getting canceled, and it wasn't until a point where you know we were able to see, okay, this show will happen in July. And then from there, we kind of just decided, okay, it is time to go. So basically, my weight this past month of May had been between 127, 128, and just kind of like fluctuated from there. And that was obviously doing the cardio that I was doing my food, and I just incorporated a good amount of cheat meals. So there was a lot of Olive Garden. I was doing a cheat meal every 10 days. So basically, the last cheat meal that I had was May 13th. So I was able to pretty much maintain my weight and do really well with everything while incorporating these cheat meals. I was averaging, I believe it was 2,000 calories on average per day. That's how much I was eating just to maintain my physique. I felt really good, and you know, everything was just kind of like, okay, cool. Like I just need to work on improving my physique and just keep on moving forward from there. At none of the points I felt like, oh, you know, like I need to quit because there's no shows or the shows keep getting canceled or moved. Do you think you can take that away from him? And, you know, basically the 13th of May was my last cheat meal, and that's when we were kind of like, okay, let's see how your body responds after this cheat meal, and we'll go from there. So 10 days later happened. I was weighing, I don't know how that, yeah. So it's funny because I got down to like 125.8 on the 13th, and then from there, like my weight just kind of spiked up. And it went, as you know, I wasn't able to like bring it down from, I think the lowest I was 126.8, and I'm like, oof, okay, what's going on here? So I was like, okay. I talked to Coach PJ, and then we decided, okay, it's time to go. Let's do some experimentation to see how your body's gonna respond. So we decided to drop my calories down. As you guys know, I do a carb cycle. So, you know, I do 2 low days and then we do a high day. For the low days, we decided to change one of them where we kind of remove the fats. And I'll do a full day of eating for that as well, because I actually don't even know how many calories I eat. I kind of just follow a meal plan. So we pretty much just drop those fats and a good amount of calories on those days, on that second low day. And then we started that on the 23rd. So I was weighing 126.8 then, and then let me see. And then my weight just kind of like kept fluctuating. It didn't want to go down. It, like the lowest it got was like 125.4. And that was on the 28th, and then it spiked up again to 126.7, and it just kept kind of fluctuating from there. So you guys can see I'm very detailed with my calendar, so like that I can kind of see how things are going. At that point, I was like, okay, you know, PJ, let's try something. Like, can we do 2 low days, and you know, 2 of the lower calorie days, you know, for the 2 low days, and not go up on the fats? And you know, he's like, okay, let's do that. And you know, like at first my body didn't want to respond again. I noticed that I was like, okay, cool, like there's something going on here, like things weren't responding. But I know from previous preps that my body typically around 126, 127, it doesn't like to move from there, and it's difficult for it to kind of come down and say, okay, cool, I'm gonna come down. So let's see, is this where we started the low days? Just kidding, we started the low days on the 18th. On the 18th, and then on the 24th, we started doing the 2 low days, the 2 lower days. Still doing a 2 low, 1 high. And then, as I said, like my weight wasn't dropping. Even with the 2 lower days, you know, picking up my cardio up a bit, not in the sense of like time, but just more of the intensity. It just didn't want to move. So, you know, but I was like, okay, my body tends to do this either way. So I just kind of stayed focused, and I was like, okay, I just need to keep on working. Luckily, you know, like my last check-in, I was 126 pounds, and that was on Saturday. And I was like, crap. And then I had a rest day the day before, and I had a massage. So I knew that my weight was up from that too. So I was like, you know what, Steph, you know what, just stay focused. You know, let's keep it going. And honestly, like up to Sunday of May 30th, I was doing a lot of HIIT on the bike. And I decided, you know what, Steph, like, let's try to switch it up a little bit and let's try to do something a little bit different. Let's try to incorporate more of total body HIIT that worked for you last year. Let's incorporate it again this year, and let's see how your body responds. So I've been doing it for 3 days now, and my weight finally dropped to 124.8, which has been the lowest it has been since May 10th. So that's 1, 2, 3, in like 4 weeks. So I'm very excited about that. Currently I'm 6 weeks out from my next show. Here's my pictures again, my videos. I'm honestly super happy. I've been working really hard with my front pose. So you guys can see here, I'm really trying to twist and turn and really get that X look that they're looking for. And then as you guys can see, my glutes, that's something that is always, we need help, you know, work on. But honestly, like, being 124.9 and my glutes looking this way, I am very, very pumped to see how things go, like once we get closer to the stage lane. So I know a lot of people are gonna ask me, hey Steph, how do you know when you're ready? Like, it's, you know, what weight do you usually shoot for? And it's not necessarily a weight that I go for, but it's more of, I need, like, it's more of the look. So if I need to be 116 pounds for my glutes to look like ninja shredded, I have to get to 116 pounds, where somebody can, like, pretty much at the same height can go for 120 pounds. And just because that's where they, you know, hold their weight. So for me, for example, like you guys notice, I have abs year round. Like, I don't hold a lot of fat on my core. So lucky for me in that sense, but not lucky for me in the sense of my glutes, just where everything stores up. So everyone holds their fat very differently, and it's, you know, like, it's based on the individual. And, you know, if you want something to be outlined and you want something to be seen, you kind of have to work a little bit harder in that area. You might just need to drop a little bit more fat to be able to see that. But yeah, so next plans, I was supposed to have a cheat meal today. But PJ luckily said no. I know, crazy, right? I'm like, no, don't give me a cheat meal. I'm like, I just got here. It's the lowest it's been, and we need to keep it moving. So we're gonna see another rotation. So on Saturday, we're gonna kind of like circle back around and see how my body is looking and how everything's going before he makes other changes to my program. But as of now, I'm doing 30 to 40 minutes of HIIT in the morning. And that's including like a half-mile run with like the total body workouts that I did. So kind of like what I showed you this morning. And then I have my workouts, which typically take between an hour to an hour and a half. And then I have my late night steady state walk, where I either go hiking on the hills or I just kind of go on the sidewalk with Froyo. And that's typically between 40 to an hour, so depending on the day and how I'm feeling. So recently I've been feeling like super exhausted by the end of the day, where I'm like, oh my god, kill me now. But that honestly has motivated me even more, because I feel like I am working, and I'm working really hard, and I'm getting what I need out of it. So I'm excited, honestly, with everything that's going on. And currently 6 weeks out, so I have 6 weeks to kill it and bring my best physique for my show in July. I'm looking into either doing the Utah show, the Wasatch, or the Spectrum show, which is in North California. I think the show's called North Cal. And I think it'll all depend on, you know, a couple of variables. So maybe, you know, based on the whole, you know, Corona thing, the North California show may not happen. So we'll see. The one in the Patriots Challenge was the one that I wanted to do. That was muscle contest, got completely canceled. So we kind of play it by ear. I'm going to talk to coach more about that, and then he's pretty much going to decide from there for me what we're going to do. Overall, super excited, happy with my physique, and happy to see the changes that are going to come. So thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope you guys enjoy this video, find it informative. If you guys want to see something like a full day of eating, low carb or high carb, or anything at all, or a certain workout, let me know, and, you know, put it down in the comments below, so like that I know what to create next for you guys. But till then, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next one.